Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So if you guys frequent my channel, you have already noticed me posting a few used vehicles for sale on both my YouTube community page as well as my Instagram channel. So I wanted to highlight those details to you guys and really just kind of clear up any questions that you may have. So in case you reach out to me on Instagram or whatever it is, I'll just send you this link to this video and I'll kind of highlight my approach to it. So definitely open to feedback as I present this. I am certainly open to your feedback. This is just my going in approach. So really, since I started Untamed Motors a couple months ago, so many of you guys have reached out to me asking a couple questions. One, hey, are you willing to sell my vehicle for me for a fee? Or do you happen to have a client who's interested in my particular vehicle here? And my answer has always been no. Mainly because you guys know the crux of my channel, crux of my company, excuse me, always has been to find you a brand new TRD Pro at MSRP. So I mean that's the whole crux of it, really. So oftentimes, I mean, a lightly used TRD Pro, the market value is right on par with MSRP. So how would that make me look if I was advertising and trying to promote my company to get you into a brand new TRD Pro at MSRP, but at the same time I'm posting used vehicles, used TRD Pros for the same price or more? So how would that make me look? So I purposely avoided that up until now. And I say up until now because I've made my parameters pretty tight on my approach to it. So much so where I've said no to so many of you guys. After I posted that first 2022 Lime Rush 4Runner TRD Pro for sale on my channel, so many people opened a floodgate. So many of you guys reached out to me and said, hey, I got this vehicle. Are you willing to sell it for me? I keep getting those requests, but the amount that you guys want is more than MSRP or close enough to MSRP where it doesn't make sense given the mileage of the vehicle and how used it is, if that makes sense. So all that to say, I'm willing to do it for you guys. I'm willing to sell your vehicle for you or help you out with it if it makes sense, if it's a fair deal. And I'm really going to stand behind that. I think I'm going to frustrate some of you guys. I know I already have by saying no, but I want to feel good. I want to have pride in my company here where I'm not just posting a bunch of random bad deals just for the sake of making a few bucks personally for my company. So I'd rather say no to 20 if it means keeping a good reputation for Untamed Motors, okay? I hope you guys can respect that. So what is the process? So pretend you have a 2020 4Runner TRD Pro and it has 20,000 miles on it. You reach out to me and say, hey, I got this 4Runner here. What do you think you'll ask me what the value is, or you'll tell me what you think you would want me to post it for. And if I think you're too high, I'll let you know. I'll tell you what I truly think a fair price tag would be. But really moving forward, it can't be more than MSRP, really. For that particular vehicle, I would think anywhere from 50 to 52. It would be a fair starting point, assuming it's stock and excellent condition and no accidents. And that's a very important piece of it. So I'm not taking on any vehicles that have weird stories, any accidents on the Carfax. They need to be very clean examples all around for me to feel confident taking it on. It truly needs to be a vehicle that I would feel good about buying myself. And I hope you guys respect that. So you reach out to me, we both agree, yes, we're going to post it at 51,000. We think that's a fair starting point for it. So what I'll do then, I'll present you two options. And here are the two options for all of you guys. So you can either just pay $100 and I will post it on my Instagram. I'll post it on my YouTube community page, as well as I'll post it the following 2 days on my Instagram stories. And so far, you may wonder, is that worth it? I'll give you the no kidding analytics right here. So for the first couple vehicles I posted, between the YouTube page, community page, and my Instagram post alone, we're averaging anywhere from 500 to 800 likes. And that's just likes. Obviously a lot more people are looking at it as time goes on. But when I post it to stories, we get just under 1,000 views on it. So there's a lot of people, and these tend to be people, of course, who are just like me and you and I. We are Toyota enthusiasts 9 times out of 10 if they're following my channel, of course. So you get a lot of people who are enthusiasts about the brand who are actually seeing your vehicle for sale. So that's just for $100. $100, I'll do that for you, and I will point all traffic to you. So if it was Billy posting that 4Runner TRD Pro, that Army Green one with 20,000 miles, I'd say, if you're interested, contact Billy at such and such email address, or contact Billy at such and such Instagram tag. So I'll point them directly to you so you can then take on any interested party. Okay? The other option is $100 still up front. I post them on the same way that I did. I just talked about Instagram, YouTube community page, and then the following 2 days on my stories. But instead of me pointing all the traffic to you, I point them to me, right? So all the DMs are gonna come to me. Anybody who's interested, they'll reach out to me. You will already have provided me with a ton of photos of your vehicle upon our initial request. You will have provided me with the VIN number, the mileage, of course, any defects of the vehicle, if there are any. We're talking like door dings or anything like that. You would tell me about that. So I will be equipped to have that conversation with people for you on your behalf. And hopefully, the goal is to find you a buyer, of course. So if I'm able to find you a buyer, I do ask for $650 more. So a total of $750 is what I'm going into. That's my going in approach. Again, if you think that's too much or too little, I appreciate and welcome your feedback. What I did was I matched exactly how much I've been charging for TRD Pros to match you, to connect you with a brand new Solar Octane 4Runner TRD Pro. That's what I've been asking, or brand new Tacoma TRD Pro, whatever it is. $750 has been my average that I've asked for, and nobody seemed to have had a gripe about that so far, thankfully. So that's kind of where we're at. So I just matched that because I think there is going to be a very similar level of legwork involved. Because in addition to just posting it and taking on those DMs and people reaching out with questions about it, I'll be weeding out the riff-raff, right? So I mean, people who are just kind of looky-loos, I'll be able to weed them out. And if there is someone who's truly serious, and then we come to a number that I know you will accept, only then will I connect you with that person. So the intent is to save you time, of course, going back and forth with people. So when I do reach out to you, if you're the seller of the vehicle, you can trust that I have a buyer for you who's ready to purchase a vehicle. And it should hopefully be a little bit more streamlined. The other thing that I'm going to do for you is, and I think this is where I think most of my sales will actually happen, if I'm being honest with you guys, is, of course, you're going to tell me where you live, so I know where the vehicle is located. So when I advertise it for sale, people know if it's within their proximity to go get it, right? What I'll do is I'll reach out to all of the local Toyota dealerships in your area. So we're talking probably like 150, 200 mile radius of you. I'll reach out to all of them for you with your VIN number, all the photos handy, and see how much each of those dealerships are willing to offer just to do a purchase offer for it. And what I'll do is I'll reach out to one and say, hey, here's my 4Runner TRD Pro, here's the mileage, here's the VIN number, what's the most you'll offer? And they'll say, well, we'll do $48,000. I say, okay, great. Then I'll go to the next dealership. And I always encourage you guys to do this too. And this is what I'm telling you. You can do it on your own for sure. I'll go to the next dealership and say, hey, here's all the details of my 4Runner TRD Pro. The dealership just up the road offered me this much, $48,000. Are you willing to beat them? And they'll hem and haw, and they'll maybe come back and say, okay, we'll do $49,000 for you. And say, okay, great, now thank you. I'll think about it. And I'll go to the next dealership, and we'll see how high I'm willing or able to get on your TRD Pro for you. So I do think that is truly how I'm going to get the most of the sales for you guys. And honestly, it's so streamlined. It's so easy to do it that way. You don't have to worry about people flying out there, hoping that they get pre-approved for their loan, and then you got to wait for the title to come in. Then you got to give them your title. So it's a little bit more involved when you're doing a private party sale. But when you go to a dealership, you just take them the vehicle. They'll pay off your loan if you have a loan, and then pay you a second check if you beyond your loan, assuming you owe less than what they're paying you, of course. They'll pay you that supplemental check and you walk away. So they handle all the title paperwork and retrieving the title from the lien holder, if that makes sense. So honestly, that route is actually quite simple. So that is probably going to be my most successful approach for you guys. And again, once I have a dealership who's willing to pay your very minimum at least, I always try to shoot for more, I'll then connect you. Say, all right, well, I'll do a 3-way phone call, connect you to that dealership. I'll go over the numbers one more time just to make sure we're all on the same page. But just know that 9 out of 10 dealerships will require an eyes-on appraisal before they make their offer definitive. So what I'm getting is like 95% offers. Because, I mean, and understandably so, they're not going to say, yes, I'll give you $53,000 for your TRD Pro with 100% confidence, right? So they'll need to see it, make sure there's nothing wonky with it. It doesn't run weird. There's no weird leak to it. They want to just get their 100%, and they do that eyes on. So assuming you're transparent with me, we can have pretty full confidence. We could have full confidence that their offer that they gave me is going to go through and it's going to be fine. It's when you don't tell me about an issue in your vehicle and you show up and they see it, that's when they're going to offer less, of course. So sorry I belabor the point, but I hope that that's clear to you guys. $100, I can just post it for you and point people your way. Or $100, I post it and point people my way, and if I'm successful at finding you a buyer, I end up charging $650 more, making it a total of $750. So I hope that's clear. Sorry I turned this into a long video, but I just wanted to walk you guys through that, and hopefully some of you guys can take advantage of this. But the most important note is I'm only taking on fair deals. So if you're that guy in California who bought a Solar Octane TRD Pro for a 10 grand markup, don't reach out to me asking me to sell it for a 10 grand markup. I'm not going to do that. I'll sell it very close to MSRP, something I can feel confident about and feel good about myself. So I'll wrap up the video there. Let me know what your thoughts are. I definitely welcome your feedback, guys. Appreciate you watching. Till next time.